He says, "What do you mean?" Oh, Palanthas? Well, there's just been some issues between us. They kind of looks to the side and is like, "I." Do you remember that time where I asked you guys to go kill a Hydra?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Um, I never mind.
Oh, please tell us.
I
What's going on?
really shouldn't say. I really
Oh
shouldn't.
yes, you should.
No,
Well,
I really
we're looking
shouldn't.
for work. I'm interested to hear it. Just
Well, there's nothing. I mean, they let's just say that the Palanthas is not happy of the growing influence of Valesburg. Some of those towns down there used to be under the control of Palanthas, but even far where you guys went to slay the Hydra is it used to be a Palanthas town, but now they've come under our domain, and Palanthas is not happy that we've been taking towns from them. I mean, it's a complicated, delicate political situation that I really shouldn't be getting into right now.
okay. So they weren't happy that you dispatched somebody to help out with a problem they were having.
Yeah, sure. We'll just call it that.
Okay.
I mean,
Uh,
it's nothing that you could do anything about. I wouldn't.
Okay.
He gets that really nervous look on his face again. He seems uncomfortable discussing this.
Okay. If anything does come up with that, you will let us know if we can help. Now we would have saved your daughter for any price at all or no price at all. Just making that very clear. And you've been very generous to offer us some help in the town. I actually saw some items in the store that, if you could help me make the price more manageable for myself, I'd be greatly appreciated.
He kind of goes, "Oh,
Samesies.
I kind of thought that I had already repaid that debt."
Yeah. Like I said, we weren't sent there to do that. So if you feel saving your daughter from a den of goblins is worth, a couple thousand gold, and that's, I mean, that's your thing.
Well, I guess I could afford to help you out a little bit more.
Great. There is this cloak of protection that
So
I've
Vincent's
been
doing
having
his
my eye on.
best Brager interpretation or impersonation right now.
I
Because
mean,
you a cloak of protection?
Yeah.
That that's not a cheap thing. I
No,
don't
it's
really
really
have that
expensive.
sort of money at my disposal right now.
Look, if there's any way you can bring that price down for me on behalf of this, I'd be very appreciative. I would be happy to do some work for you for it. I obviously don't have the gold for it, otherwise I would just purchase it and I would be bothering you. If you say no, if you can't do it, I will not look ill on you at all. You've been great, and we're happy with Valesburg. I'm just, trying to
can't
take
afford
advantage
it.
of the situation.
I can't afford it. I'm sorry.
And you can't help me drive down the price or anything like that.
The only way to do that I can give you another 800 gold if you'd like.
So I immediately say like, "Well, this is awkward," and then I just slowly like tiptoe out of the room.
So you know what? Okay, I'll take the 800 gold, but if you hear of any work or if you need of us, just think of us. We're always interested.
He nods and says, "Okay,
So I take the 800 gold.
okay." Let me just.
By my count, I'm up to like roughly 30 or 3,300 then.
Yeah. It actually it came out a little bit more. It was 2,600 each rather than 2,500 each. So.
So are we
So
outside
as-
of the mayor's
Yes.
office?
Yeah. As we're
2,000.
leaving, I'm like, what do you guys want to do now?
I immediately be like, I immediately say, we do have that silver hammer, and I do want to talk to your armorsmith about perhaps obtaining a shield. So if
Okay.
you want to swing by there with me,
Yeah, let's do that.
we'll
I'll
see how
go
that
with you.
goes. Okay. So we
And
walk
on the
over-
way there, I'm saying, I think my idea is we do like a trade of sorts. We give him this, and he gives us a shield, right?
Sure. I mean, yeah, that sounds good to me. I
Are we-
would be open to pay for it as well. So
did we split the gold?
Mm-hmm.
Or
I don't take any of the 800. I already say I got my.
Oh no, I didn't split that. Yeah, that's mine.
That seems interesting.
Are you saying this in game?
But like in game, nobody says anything. As Jeff just says, "All right, I'll take 800 gold for the quest just for myself." Like nobody
There's
says.
no
anything.
Yeah,
quest.
I mean, you guys were talking with the guy, and
I had
he
already
said,
stepped out of the
extra
room. So.
800 gold, and Jeff said, yeah, and then he just kind of like handed, he talked to his butler, and his butler
Yeah.
came back a few minutes later with a bag of gold, and he just handed it to Jeff, or Vincent.
All right. So as we exit, I say, "So are we splitting this?"
So you asked me this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna rub my chin a little bit and be like, Abigail, I'm trying to think. Do you think there's ever been any times where you might have pocketed a few gold pieces without consulting with all of us?
Has anyone noticed her new armor in game, Neil? Throughout
No.
this journey?
No.
Do you think you might have done that?
At some point, someone would have noticed.
Didn't I
it.
detect magic? I detected magic.
Dude,
Yeah.
you didn't try to detect magic on me.
He detected
Like,
all
why
of them,
would
though,
you do
Abigail.
this?
No,
He
he
detected all of
he
them.
would have detected it, but your armor is not magical.
Okay.
Ha
Okay.
ha ha.
Okay.
Yes.
But I think at some point, while you guys were traveling for weeks, she
But
might
they
have
don't have
taken
an-
her armor off at some
But
point.
they don't have an appraisal ability, so they can't.
No, but you would
really-
notice that she's wearing chainmail at some point, but she's wearing it underneath her clothes. And you, know
And
that
you
chainmail
do
is
also
fairly-
take off your armor to sleep now.
Yep.
I never said that.
So you're like -10 all things right now. Like you're like,
So as this,
said that.
so to go back in game, Jeff is just scratching his chin while all this is like going on inside of our mind.
no, I asked her. I said that straight up.
All right, but after we say that, I was just saying that for Breaker.
I said, look, normally we do split things up. That's why we did that first thing with the gold. But as far as what we come back and barter, that's us. Like Tutagub had
All
the
right.
initiative to ask for his boots to be identified, so it got done. I asked
All right.
for an expensive item. I didn't get it, so I settled with this. That's what we do.
I said all right. That's what I say. Yeah.
Okay. But that does bring me to the next thing. What are we gonna do now? Like, he asked. He was very shady about the town to the south. I don't know. I don't think we go to the town to the south. That seems like throwing ourselves in a political situation we don't need to be in.
Well, there was this town they were talking about, like possible magical crossbows. It would be nice. But
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really have business
days
to
for-
go.
You guys still have to wait a few more days for
Right.
boots to get identified.
We don't really have business to do there. But if we don't have anything else we want to do, we could go for a crossbow.
Another idea, since we have nothing, no real quest right now, is we could go back and slay that hill giant that we were afraid of
We could go slay
a
the
while
Hilltop.
back.
I'm down.
Ah.
I
Or,
would like
or
to
how
do that.
how about that guy from the beginning?
We could
We'll
go.
get to him someday.
We still have his sword.
I actually like your idea. I think we're of a level where we can go back and deal with those guys. Who was it that wanted us to take care of them? Who were they plaguing?
The town of Willowbrook, which now
Yeah,
lives
no one
here in
actually asked
Velsburg.
you to take care of them. It just happened that you were traveling through a town and there were some hill giants.
Yeah, because they remember we transplanted Willowbrook to Velsburg.
Well, okay, so there's still a couple days left until your stuff happens, until you get boots back and everything.
Okay, we were going to the armor crafter. I still want my shield.
Oh yeah, that's what we were doing. Yeah.
So you go to the armor crafter, you ask for a medium shield.
What
guy.
is that the biggest I can use, Neil?
I mean, a
Can I get like a giant heater shield?
heater shield.
So it's basically just like a giant square that's probably the size of my body.
Okay, you're not very strong.
I know.
You're carrying all this chainmail, which is slowing you down because you're huge and the armor's heavy. So if you were to get a giant shield that would cover your entire body, a tower shield,
Yeah, tower
You
shield.
would-
Okay,
you would probably not be able to move very much at all.
but I
You're
do
already-
have a wagon.
You're already moderately encumbered, so if you were to carry that and your armor on at the same time, you would like barely be able to move.
What
You're
about
not very strong, dude.
what about a medium shield?
You
What?
could carry a medium shield, but you're not going to get a significant unless you specialize in shield as a combat as a non-weapon as a weapon proficiency. You're not going to get a armor class bonus between light or medium shield.
Okay,
The only difference is that the number of opponents you can use it on in a turn. A light shield or a small shield you could use on one opponent in a turn, and a medium shield you could use 3 times in a turn. against an opponent.
Okay, I'll go for a medium shield.
Okay.
Whatever that's going to cost.
Yeah.
I guess we are trading
and-
for it, though.
Did we get arrows for Ryan and I?
Yeah, I dealt with the arrows.
Okay,
What are you
cool.
trading for the medium shield?
We have that silver
Oh, the silver
blacksmith.
anvil?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
that thing.
okay.
And also, Jeff is going to... We're going to
Yeah.
Jeff's guy, so...
Right.
Did you already update our money sheets?
I already haven't published it yet, but I've updated it on my
okay.
side.
So I'm going to go to him and say, hey, we'd like to present you perhaps a trade, seeing how you view it.
Mm-hmm.
We want to give you this hammer, and perhaps you can work out a shield for my buddy here.
You mean the anvil?
Yeah, the anvil.
Okay.
Why don't we have Abigail appraise what she thinks it's worth?
Oh yeah, I appraise it. How much does it say? How much is it?
The silver anvil is probably worth I don't know, 30 or 40 gold.
It's worth 30 or 40 gold, guys.
Okay.
He says he will trade it for a medium shield.
Great. Thank you. A couple days then?
He says, no, I got one on hand right now.
Well, there you go. Talk about.
You guys make the trade.
Cool. Sounds good.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir.
Need a
Before
couple
we leave
days.
this-
Oh, go ahead.
Before we leave the town, can I know what the elven kind cloak does? Because it doesn't say like +1 or anything.
Yeah, it's... let me add some things up. 85 pounds is what Tuttigov is carrying. Cloak of Elven Kind. Do you remember in Lord of the Rings when Frodo and what's-his-face fell down the hill right outside of the gates of Mordor? And they threw the cloaks over them, and then the guys that were walking by didn't see them. They were wearing cloaks of Elven Kind. So when you when you drape yourself in it and completely cover yourself...
Oh, it's like in Harry
blend in.
Potter too, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen or read Harry
That's
Potter.
a cloak of invisibility.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
but you put it
doesn't make you
on.
invisible. A Cloak of
Does
Elven
the-
Kind helps you blend in with your natural surroundings. So if you stay very still and don't move, it really helps you blend in. But if you are walking around, it just doesn't help at all. So elves use it to blend in with the woods or whatever.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Do I know how much money I have? I guess I could add it up, but I don't know like the new things.
The new things were about 2,600. me just-
2,600.
Let me just print.
I can add it up. It's okay.
Well, I just there in like 2 or 3 seconds when it uploads. You should have the new character sheet. In fact, let me make available all your character sheets.
All right, so we're waiting on the boots, and then we want to go kill some... Gregor, how do you deal with hill giants? I thought you said you would turn enraged if you saw them.
I would, and that's why I want to kill him. I mean, before I was afraid because I didn't think our party was ready to handle one. But I think we're...
And let's be honest, Vincent, I really want to see Bregor get mad and miss a lot, so I'm excited for this upcoming fight.
So what happens? You get mad, and then you kill them?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much I get enraged when I see giants, and I probably just all-out attack.
Oh, so you can't stop, and if we were starting to die and stuff, you would just keep attacking him?
No, I could pull back, but I would most likely target him over the other targets.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? You want to go deal with that?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm down.
So while you guys are waiting for Tuttigub's boots, you're waiting like one more day for them. The mayor of the town comes up to you guys and says, I have heard some great news for you all.
What's up?
I love good news.
Yeah, a messenger pigeon arrived earlier today saying that Lord Istvan Felstar would like you to visit him in the capital to the east, to the west.
Lord, what's his name? I say that in game.
Felstar.
Slowly.
Lord-
I'm a
Lord-
stupid person.
Lord Felstar.
Okay.
Esteban.
Rumor has it that he wants to pardon you guys for based on your saving of his towns, because Silverhall and Bremer are under his control. So
Well, that's
or
excellent
once under
news.
his control, but under
What other
he asks
towns are
that you
under
guys come
control?
to visit him in person so that you can be
So,
officially threatened.
is this about the stuff in the west, or was it east? Do you know?
This is about the accident with Lord Feng.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes, Lord Fang, that motherfucker. Okay. Anyways,
Well, thank you. That's joyous news.
Yeah,
We should leave on retrieval of the boots.
he nods, and you guys part ways.
Nailed it.
Totally. Okay, so the next day comes around, and you go to pick up the boots. I'm trying to. JP, we had already discussed what they were, right?
I know what they do.
Okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure that's what we had agreed on that, and it wasn't something that changed. So you guys go to pick up the boots, and he says, "Well, these are boots of levitation."
What?
If-
Then how come they haven't been levitating me? What?
Well, you need a trigger word, a keyword to make them actually levitate.
How can I figure out what that means, or what that is?
Well,
Do I just scream words at these?
the creator picked a word to activate them.
Well, the fucking creator's dead.
Well, how did you get them?
It's a story for. I mean, my.
How did you get the boots?
I kind of lean in. I whisper so no one else can hear. I'll be like, "Well, they're from a wizard, and my father, yeah, and he ended up with them, and my father's dead. He gave them to me. They're kind of a family heirloom." And I kind of lean back.
The wizard just looks at you kind of incredulous as well. I didn't see anything on them about what command word they might have had, but so you might be kind of screwed here.
Fuck.
You know, the
Are there
It's-
like common words here that that'll unlock?
I would
the-
try things like levitate or go or fly, but I'm sure you've said those words before without anything happening.
Well, I mean, you just said them and nothing happened. So
Well, the person who's wearing the boots would have to say them,
okay.
not
Put
just
them on Tadagab.
fly.
Well, all right. I'll just. Okay. Well, thank you for telling me what these do. Have a good day, and I throw him 5 gold for his time and
Okay.
effort. Put him on, and on the way out of town, I will buy a dictionary, and open the dictionary, and each night read as many words as possible with the boots on, until the boots levitate.
Okay.
Sick plan.
Sick plan.
Otherwise, I guess we're just heading towards that capital.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay. Do we want to do no, we're not at a break point yet, are we?
No, I think we got like another 20 or so minutes, don't we?
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So are we going to the town where they're pardoning us first?
Yes.
All right.
And what's the name of this town?
Fitchview. It would be off the map to the left. I haven't prepared. Here. Go here, and we can just use this map instead. If you click on an area, it will expand.
Oh,
So we're going to be
that's
on the
nice.
left panel.
I see it.
Yeah,
Next
the
to
middle
Nol-
left panel is
Nolvik.
where Fitchview is.
Okay, perfect. I'll link that in chat. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So you guys have to go through all the towns that you went through.
You know, we
go-
could stop and try to see what's up with that giant on our way there. You know, you didn't say that we had to be there immediately.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, if it's on the way.
What was the town that the Giants were at?
Willowbrook.
Willowbrook. It's just one
Dan,
town
map
over.
from here.
I think we also just crashed your website, Neil. I apologize for that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, shit.
My bad. I linked it in the chat.
I was really hoping it could handle more than, 4,000 people?
Well, they were all at the same second, so.
Yeah, lovely. Okay. Okay. So you guys start heading through Willowbrook. or heading towards Willowbrook, where
Yeah.
the ogres were just north of them.
Yep.
Okay. It takes you a little while to get to Willowbrook, but eventually you get there, and you notice that it is being slowly rebuilt by the townspeople who had fled.
Do I remember the cleric's name here? Jake? Was that it?
Jake. Yep.
Is Jake around?
So you start walking through town. A lot of people recognize you guys, and you get like a half-hearted cheers from them. And you don't see Jake right away.
Is there a mayor's house built, or do we see anyone in
No,
charge?
it's mostly just like shitty little people's houses.
Without pillows.
I walk up to the nearest person and tap him on the shoulder and say, "Take me to your leader."
And Cass says, "Well, we don't really have a leader right now. We're just kind of putting our houses back together." I mean, I guess, Jonathan's been organizing some of the builds. I guess he could tentatively be called the leader.
Sure,
but, more of
Jonathan.
Okay.
So we'll go over to Jonathan. I want to ask him, have you guys had any more issues with the ogres?
Jason said, "No, not since you guys drove them off. They haven't come back."
Well, we were thinking of going and investigating their house or whatever, their encampment. So you haven't seen any near here? You haven't heard of any attacks or anything like that?
No. I mean, we hear stories, Apparently Vignes has been having some trouble with some ogres, but mostly on the outlying. They haven't really pushed into the town.
So I immediately ask him after that, what would be best to start rebuilding your town? What do you need right now?
Oh, we just need, some lumber. We need people to help, cut the trees down to get the proper planks and cut the lumber into proper thingies and maybe some...
So if I gave you
some
some gold,
stones.
could you use that gold to perhaps hire some people and help you out?
Absolutely. We could totally use gold to hire some workers to rebuild the town. Are you
Wow.
offering that?
I kind of start scratching my chin because I'm looking to see how much gold I have. I'm at 3K?
You got 3K, yeah.
So I say, how would 100 gold do right now? How much would that help you?
That would help, quite a lot. We could probably get a couple laborers for
Okay,
a
here's
couple weeks.
this is what I want. I'm going to help fund your town, but when it's all said and done, I want a statue of myself in the middle of the town.
He says, "Well, I can't really promise that.
What if I get the statue and put it here myself?
I don't think you can just buy yourself a statue in the middle of town for 100."
I'm a rich guy.
He says, "Well, maybe if you, could fund the effort a little more than that, I could talk to the other guys and would."
Okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's 100 now. When we deal with this ogre successfully, we'll come back and I'll help you out some more.
He goes, "Okay. I mean, I can't promise anything, but we really would appreciate you helping us out."
Okay. Make sure everyone knows Tutagub gave you this, and good luck. Let me know if you need any other help. Besides monetary, we're going to go deal with these ogres.
It says, "Thanks. Thanks, guy."
Okay. The
Thanks,
name's
Dad.
Tutagub, not Guy. And I kind of
Thanks,
walk off.
Tutagub.
100 gold,
Not
thanks,
tug a
Dad.
butt, not bug a tub, or tug and rub. It's fucking Tutagub, okay?
Tug and rub.
Yeah, it's
Tug and
been used
rub.
before, man. It's been used before. All right.
Sounds like never mind. Never mind. Cool.
That's the name of a cheap parlor, by the way, in the town. That's how I knew that. Anyways, let's continue forward.
Okay. So you guys go on the lookout for the. You guys know where the ogre cave is because you were, or the cave was because you were there before. So you make your way back there, no problem.
On the way, I say, Abigail, my bow, please.
Oh, sure. And I hand it to you.
Thank
Don't
you.
drop it.
I am very good at holding bows. It's
Maybe
very
just
good.
once.
This
Oh,
is the
Wait. Oh,
hill
go ahead.
giant lair that you guys were at before. Remember how it had that little wall outside and there was a little pen for goats and shit? Right?
Yes, I do remember that.
So you get back, you come near it again, and there is you guys just see the wall because you're not up on a hill right now. You're kind of in a lowland. You see the 8-foot wall surrounding the entrance to the cave.
I pull out my sword and just start walking towards it.
All right, you just casually stride towards the lair.
Shit.
Before we get into any action, when JP did the identify magic thing, did he see that there was any magical things on the bright blade dagger?
I told him what he saw was magical. He hasn't told you what he saw, so.
Wow.
Exactly.
Well, I asked him in the way. I said, "Hey, did you see anything on that dagger?"
Which dagger?
I show him the bright blade dagger.
I do not remember.
Hey,
And it's...
you could refresh your memory.
Hold on.
Do it.
For some reason, there's a time warp effect, and we go back, and I just say no.
All right.
On the plus side, my hat is very magical.
That fucking hat, let me tell you. And that, well, I guess we should address. Neal messaged me and said no. That's why I'm saying that. Just so no one thinks of conspiracies of metagaming, etc., etc.
So you're telling me he told you the dagger is not magical? Because if not, I'm just gonna keep using it, JP, until I.
Yeah,
find-
no, he didn't. He said it wasn't magical. That's why I'm saying it's not magical.
All
Or
right.
this is a super meta game, and I didn't actually
Yeah.
say that.
Exactly.
I know. Now I'm really tempted to keep using it in fights, like
The
when I keep
conspiracies
shooting my
reign
bow.
true as Vincent Longbourn walks toward the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I need.
I'm gonna use my dagger, guys. I'm gonna figure it out.
So,
Okay, cool. Yeah,
go
I can
for it.
get
Just go
I
for
can
it.
get better spells instead of what I sent you. Okay, cool.
okay, so you got this is the lair. You guys are walking up to it, and do we want to take a break before we go into the?
Yeah, we've been
Sure.
going about an hour now, so
Yeah.
we'll take a break and come back and hopefully slay this. Yeah, sounds good. More role play coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. Bye bye.